What's going on? It's Justeeni here. I'm still on my Zabasi training arc, trying to be the best that there ever was, or something like that. But anyway, this game, not my proudest game, but I'm showing this anyway because I think it is a very instructional game. I think there's a lot that I can learn from this to hopefully improve, and maybe you guys can learn a thing or two as well. This was a pretty long game, so that's why I'm dedicating this entire video just to this game, but I thought it was worth showing regardless, so yeah. Here it is. You can see right away, my spawn is phenomenal. Like, look at that second city. I'm going with the super greedy opening just to practice this, just to get a feel for it in case I want to be using it. Still undecided if I actually want to be using it on occasion. Might depend on the matchup. But in this case against IMO, I'm able to get this lighthouse here and actually have a very explosive start. Go for the farm there. I have some plans for markets. It looks a little weird right now, but you'll see in a little bit. With this windmill here, it'll start to come together. Because I had this plan from when I placed that farm. And I'm just using some light warrior spam just to take care of things. Go for the pop growth. Next turn I get the giant. They've got the riders, but they just can't attack into me. So I get my giant. And then I go for this border growth. And this border growth is... it's a very committal decision, but I knew I wanted to grab this tile. The consequences, of course, are my future villages. There's definitely a village down here. This village, it actually doesn't matter too much. I can still windmill market, so that's not too bad. But this village right here suffers quite a lot. This village had a pretty good market spot right here, but since I'm placing this market here, like, this would have been a nice level 3. Unfortunately, I just don't get that, and it's just going to be harder to upgrade the city in general. Because you'll see, it's very bad. I can't get any markets now. But I was kind of thinking, you know, I'm going to be able to get this very strong initiative to kind of make up for it. Like a workshop, lots of economy, expanding slowly, but it is a-okay. Right now, they're doing their thing, but it's not too scary. Go for writing, setting up for trade. They're kind of walking away, stepping on my villages. Still a little bit away from trade, but next turn I should be good to go before capturing both my villages. Roads trade just like that. And now I get my first market on turn 10. Really nice. But IMO's also setting up their markets. We're both going very greedy, and even though I'm the first to get a market, pop run as well, IMO with sawmill markets. Very, very scary. Luckily they mess up, make a mindbender. I can capitalize on that. And this game, just a little bit of a spoiler, it's going to be all about those little things. So I've got my markets. So far so good. Not really anything too bad with what I'm doing. But like, there are some little factors. Nice giant push here to really start to pressure me. Luckily, I have 2 giants on defense, so I am fine. Get my cities upgraded, markets going. Still no markets from them, but now they get the juicy markets. And even though I set up my markets first, my future markets aren't quite as good, and they've kind of caught up in terms of star per turn. I have like a raw star advantage right now, but I need to make that, you know, last. Like in the long term, it's going to fizzle. So I need to do something. And this is where I make... this seems innocuous, but this ends up being a very, very costly mistake. So I forgot that I border growth and I can't market here. I was thinking like, oh, I go like market. No, I can't do that because the city is capital. So what I was supposed to do was windmill market. And again, doesn't seem like too big of a deal. I get an extra windmill level, but in exchange, my market is going to be a few levels worse. But trust me, it will add up. It will be pretty significant, actually. So yeah, I have this level 3. What should have been like a level 6, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because this would have been level 4, level 2 windmill. This one is unchanged, but yeah. My markets are kind of done, though, and that's kind of it. Like, I had that very strong start. Like, I have the city as well, which will be like a level 3 at most, or level 4 if I border growth. But they've got their markets that are quite strong, and they are catching up pretty quickly already. Chivalry, using philosophy, and things are going to get pretty rough. I go for the Explorer just because I need the vision really bad, and good thing I did that. And city-wise, I'm actually currently down a city, but I am going to hopefully be able to get this village to even things up. But yeah, I've already started to slip up a little bit. Obviously, like, the game's not over, but my advantage is already starting to disappear. Like, they have knights first, their markets aren't even complete, and they're still, like, pretty good. I just can't do much more with my markets. I'm kind of capped at 53 star per turn, which, well, it seems like a lot. With both sides having markets, it's actually not that great. Now I see a nice little Mindbender push. Now I'm going for Chivalry. Another thing with this is I don't have catapults, so I need knights desperately. I'm also losing control of the naval. Kind of just getting outmaneuvered by Billow. Being able to use stars more efficiently. But I decided just not worth resigning. Like, this isn't a good position, but I'm going to keep playing it out. This is there's still a lot of room for outplays when you're working with so many stars like this. And I've got a lot of giants. Very hard setup to break through. Get Eye of God finally. City wall there. So I can just keep everything nice and safe. But this gets sieged. Bomber. Giant gets chipped away at. This gets chipped away at, but they cannot siege. Really, really trying to pressure now. And yeah, this Mindbender is very scary. Could have... Actually, no. Can't erode the Mindbender. Unless you, like, push or something. But I guess they weren't planning on doing that. But yeah, I'm able to get a nice defense. And I'm just hoping I can get some really, really good trades here. I don't have a Justeeni, unfortunately. But I do have a nice chain over here, which the opponent forgot to play around. Taking all that out. And... again, all these little things, that's pretty big for me, but the opponent is doing really well. So I need more than that. And you might be seeing, yeah, they just get the push, so they're still fine. That slight disadvantage, 3 star per turn difference with that market will add up, especially the opponent really able to hammer down the pressure and even take the city. Although, they don't actually. Luckily, I can unsiege now. Again, just barely hanging on. I need to take out these catapults back here, but I can't reach them yet. I'm using defenders because they're more cost efficient to hold the front line here. And I'm going to be able to get another giant. It's going to raise my eco bit, get more super units. I'm trying to get in the water, but the bomber is very restrictive. They get a very good Mindbender. Chaining through with the knight. Very annoying for me. They don't have defenders yet, but I would imagine they're going to get them soon. Now getting that upgrade. Now I can reach through with knights again. They didn't quite play around the fact that I could kill that giant, and now I can take out those catapults. And again, I'm able to get some outplays here, but IMO is very strong in these equal city, both sides of markets situations. I mean, IMO is just a powerhouse in late game. Philo is a very, 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 very powerful tech. Mindbender's walking forward. Very scary, very no good for me. More knights going in, slowly shredding my giants. Go sailing. Just trying to fight back in the water. I've got some juggernauts here. I need to basically just put my giants in the water and hope that the defenders are enough for land. Normally giants are better on land than on water, but kind of have to do the opposite here. Getting some knights ready to deal with the Mindbenders, leaving a little defender trap. Maybe they Mindbend to the defender. Be really funny if they did. But yeah, another bomber. Very, very annoying. Nice attack there. And yeah, now they kind of overextend a bit with the Mindbenders, and again, I'm able to take advantage of like these misplays, but it's just not quite enough. I just need a little bit more. And you can see again this windmill, like this one mistake here. It's pretty costly. It's a pretty big oversight actually. I'm able to get a bomber, but I really just need more stars. And I've already lost, like, what, 15 stars? Or maybe not 15, but, like... Well, actually, no. Probably, like, 15 at least. From that misplaced market setup. And I just need, like, a little more to get going. Because, like, my win condition here, if we're looking at win conditions, I need diplomacy. I need it really bad here. That's going to be how I pull ahead. If I just infiltrate one of their cities, that's going to give me an efficiency advantage, and I can start to finally do better than them. But I'm trying to get these trades just to barely hang on. I'm able to get a very nice Justeeni here. It's a bit costly having to destroy my market, but it is worth it. Place the gate of power, destroy that, then destroy, get it back, because even the one population debt, it's okay. The market is worth it. I get substantially more economy. I'm able to get ramming, working towards aquatism. Some more damage there. Chain up here. So I'm starting to get some good trades, maybe even a little bit of a counterattack. Maybe I'm actually back in this game. But they're fighting back as well. Bombers, Juggernaut splashes. This giant's starting to actually look a little trapped. Knight goes in, chains after the Justeeni, of course. So as strong as the Justeeni is, it only does so much. Now Smithery for them, getting more giants. I mean, they did already have knights, so like we kind of knew they had Smithery, but now they're actually using the forges for another giant. Now they're even using defenders, trying to be efficient there as well. And it's just going to make it even harder for me to like press my advantage, because again, already it's just quickly dwindling. I get a city wall here. You know, this east flank very nicely protected, hard to break through. But yeah, my giants are slowly going away, so I don't really have a nice attack. Again, I really need cloaks if possible, but then a giant here, and this giant is a massive problem for me. I just don't have a good way of dealing with it here. I don't have mindbenders, I don't have ranged units. I just have like a lot of melee units. It's going to be really hard to make good trades with those. I'm trying to play around night chains here, as you can see, and I finally, on turn 25, I changed this up. And you can see I'm actually in debt with the population, but it's still 2-star per turn more. Again, I really wish I had not had this happen in the first place, because, like, you know, I put the Grand Bazaar somewhere else to get a giant anyway, so I'm not even in debt. It would all work out a lot better. And again, trying to think back when I initially placed these markets, like, that was so many turns ago, so we can actually do the math and see how many stars I lost. Not even turn 15, turn 13. So now all the way to turn 25, that's, first off, 12 turns being 3-star per turn less. That is 36 stars. Straight up. Could you imagine this position if I had 36 more stars? It would be quite a lot better. 36 stars, that's enough for diplomacy and a cloak, or aquatism to fight back in the east. Get some control there. Or just get more units in general. You know, 36 stars is a lot, but it's actually even more than that, because I had to destroy these buildings in order to move them around, so it's actually 46 stars. So that one mistake there costed me 46 stars. And I guess also long term, I'm just down a star per turn, which kind of sucks. So all in all, very costly. Like, I could even consider like mining Smithery, because I do actually have this nice 2 mines to upgrade this market and get a giant, which is a pretty neat play. Also, like, potentially with, you know, monuments and stuff, getting a giant there. But in any case, again, just imagine that 46 more stars in this position goes from a this isn't looking very good to I might just be winning even with 46 more stars. But unfortunately, instead, this is not how the game plays out. And again, I'm trying to be resilient, not resign, just looking for any ways to get some sneaky outplay, turn the game around, but it's looking worse and worse despite the little advantages I've been able to inch out with the opponent not being clean with their micro. Unfortunately, they're really starting to clean things up now. Very good use of these defenders, zone of control lane, lots of giants, lots of really safe bombers. And there's only so much I can do at this point. Now I go aquatism. keep things safe. But I'm just really lacking. I can only do so much, like, only make a few units. Well, I have to make units in every city, but I can only get attack, like, every 2 turns. And with 46 more stars again, that's 2 techs I could be getting, like, for free, effectively. I mean, that's not the right way to think about it, but you get what I'm saying. If I just had a couple more techs, I wouldn't be feeling so outclassed here, despite the similar city count. I'm able to chain up through here, but yeah, these defenders are starting to cause a lot of issues. I can chain through, get some more stuff, get a rider swing there. But yeah, bombers are doing a really good job cleaning up, and this is that star advantage. You can just see that star advantage is being converted into not only a tech advantage, but also a unit advantage. That's a lot of bombers, like, they probably have double the star per turn, double the stars worth of units, despite only a slight star per turn advantage. And that's even with some micro mistakes, just adding up over time, like getting more giants. Those are very valuable. Me being forced to trade pretty poorly into those because of my tech disadvantage. It's like, despite my micro, those little things, and it was all from just having a little bit less eco than I could have had. Now I'm getting sieged here. Very, very strong attack. Getting sieged here as well. This giant ends up being a huge issue. And there's pressure up here as well. Sieging the capital, yeah, triple siege is really bad because it's also depriving me of income, which I really so desperately need. Luckily, I can pull off the unsiege here with that mining smithery. And again, I'm going to be able to, like, really squeeze as much as I can out of this micro. This was a 24-hour game. Like, I'm really squeezing as much as I can. I even hit the giant before, which, that's, like, ultra efficient because now it avoids a chain. Like, I'm really using everything that I have here. Like, I got a Justeeni using Emperor's Tomb. But, unfortunately, again, despite taking advantage of all these micro things, macro is also super, super important. And that one mistake costed me pretty much the game. Like, at minimum, it was 46 stars. There could have been potential opportunities I missed because of lacking those stars as well, like, on top of that. So it's probably, like, even more than a 46-star mistake. It's a very, very huge mistake. And those little things matter a lot, so again, like, I think, like, this really, like, shows, like, how much, like, that strategy and precise, like, optimizing of, like, economy. Like, unit micro, of course, is very important here. I was able to last 30 turns because of unit micro, but I still wasn't able to get the win. I was only able to survive. If this was, like, an even position, maybe I would have outplayed and win. But I wasn't able to get to an even position with those misplays earlier. So unfortunate, but I think a useful game to learn from. Just too many sieges here now. Simply at too much of a disadvantage. But yeah, hopefully this was, like, a pretty instructive game. Like, I feel like I learned a good amount. Like, really, really focus on those markets. Like, I did good at the beginning. I'm always good at focusing on my first 2 markets, and then after that it kind of falls off. Like, in the live games especially, it'll be very important to really optimize things, because that's when, like, there's going to be a lot more mistakes to take advantage of. And if I can really clean things up, maybe, just maybe, I could become the very best Sabasi player in the world. But, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.